then. Let's see if this starts, shall we? Let's have a bit of a chill drive. I wasn't on yesterday because the weather was way warm. It's a little bit cooler today, but... Right, so I think what we need to do... Ideally, I want to stick in Washington, but what we're going to do, we're going to head away. We're going to do this log stacker. We'll go down, do this 24-hour drive, and we'll see if we can head back and see if we can find something that takes us to one of these little areas we haven't been to yet. Either way, should be interesting, and that's a new cargo for me, so it should be good. Hopefully everything's plugged in. Hopefully my wheel is on properly. I think I switched it on properly anyway. Oh great, it's raining, just what we wanted. Not quite sure which way is out around here. Hey Ninja Boy! Pyro, how you doing? You haven't seen Washington yet? Man, there's plenty of people doing Washington. I don't even know which way is out of here. Down the end, that looks of it. I think we're going this way.
Get ready to turn left.
This has got me going round in a circle, so I'm clearly needed to be where I was. Right, hold on, we'll swing it round by here, I think. Right, so it's telling me to go back the way I came. But then, if there's a load here for me to pick up... Right, hold on, map. This map's doing my head in already. Where the devil have I got to go? Right, just carry on going straight then. There must have been one of these trailers there, but I didn't see anything flashing. And I don't see any white marker. Straight over the curb because it's easier.
Turn left, and then keep left.
There it is. There's a marker.
You've arrived at your destination.
Well, that wasn't exactly clear, was it? It's down here somewhere. I think that's it over there. Quite the lump. This is just to make sure I can clear around here. I think it's got to be tight. whoa, 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 whoa. That's just way in. This thing is ginormous. I think we'll go this way. Right, so let's have a quick look. Fuel 1177. $1,300. Huh.
Keep right, then turn right.
That wasn't good. Couldn't stop. Right then. He's going to be trundling on by. I think this is a feral wait. This 24-hour drive could be quite long. Wait, did I pick a 24-hour one? I can't remember what I picked now. Bypass the way in. Get those wipers off. 23 hours 59 supposedly. And this is 60 zone, right? We need to keep an eye for fuel, don't we? Because we need to stop. Set the old cruise control on.
Keep left.
Left that lane change a little bit too late.
Keep left.
There we go. It's going to start weaving. So we're going from Seattle down to Kingman, whatever that is. Total time of job is 52 hours. So we'll be taking a rest at some point. Job is 129,000. We can do with the money. Oh, we could have gone down there for fuel, I forgot. But we've got plenty on board, so we'll skip this one. Gonna have to now anyway. Try and eke a few more mile an hour out of this thing. Are we going to go over this?
Keep left.
Nope, we're going to be keeping left. We're not going to be going over that one. But we are going to be going over the bridge. Hey Jonathan, how you doing? Whoops, and there's me drifting off as I'm trying to read. Not good. Well, I need to... Thought I'd better, come on and get a game in. I haven't done a gaming since yesterday. Well, no, I didn't even play anything yesterday. It was like so warm yesterday. And it's probably going to get warmer later on today, but I thought, you know what, I'll get some gaming in early in the morning, because then I don't know if I'll be playing anything later on. I mean, I've got F1 2019. Tried to get into that yesterday, but I was trying to get the wheel set up on it, and I was like, whoa, this is just too warm just to be doing that, so I left it.
Keep left.
Well, there's a lot of keep left at the moment. And some big sucker thing. Couldn't tell you, I forget which one's which when it comes to the American trucks. You'll have to identify it off the gate. It's either a Kenworth or a Peterbilt, one of those two. But I'm not really up on my American trucks. How bad am I? That's bad. Built it ages ago, so... we were heading out of Washington, Seattle, going down to Kingman.
Keep left.
I managed to go out, did a bit of gardening this morning, then it started to rain, so that's when I decided to come in and thought, right then, let's get on with a bit of gaming. I hate gardening, it sucks. Love this type of area when we travel these roads, because the view just looks so good. Oh, my favourite so far is definitely Washington. They've done such a good job with Washington. I love it. We are motoring down here. Oh, great, you had the same idea. Just had to hope the trailer didn't hit him. We cleared it, that's good.
Keep left.
Keep left. All the time it's left. Flying down at the moment though, so we've done just shy of 4 hours. Gotta keep an eye out for fuel, by the way. Don't want to be running out, that's for sure. As long as I can pull away from this guy, I don't mind £1,000 or $1,000. turning. Shit. That was a little bit too quick for that. Come on, lights. Ooh.
Go straight on.
Kinda gonna cheat.
Go straight on.
We'll fill up and then we'll go and reattach and carry on.
Go straight on.
There was no way I was going to get that trailer through that lot. Come on, car, move. Jesus, just pull outward, didn't you? really weird how it says 19 hours, but yet I can see the destination marker on the map. Or on the sat-nav, which is like, should be able to see that. Trying to check out some of the views at least on the way. Did I finish my coffee? Oh, I got a little bit left. That's lovely. It's a nice truck. I like this truck. I prefer the older styles. 1,603 miles. We should be good.
Go straight on.
Gonna change sooner or later. No, not for me though. Barely my fault, that's the other guy who drove into me. I went straight.
Go straight on.
This one looks like it's gonna take a good drive. It should be good hour-long drive just down. Dizang RV, thank you very much. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
It's going to be coming to night time, so I'm going to have to start considering finding a place to pull over and sleep. Hello there, Dale. How you doing? You've changed your name again. What's the matter with the old one, eh? Fair enough. How you been? What have you been up to? Anything new? Oh, actually, is it worth... I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. Been busy. How are you mounting your triples? Are you doing that on a desk, or you sorted yourself out a stand? That should be early morning. Right, I might just do external view here, because I think I've kind of messed up what I'm doing. Yeah, we should be okay. So it's early morning, 7:38. Well, anything's going to be better. I mean, the amount of screen real estate will increase, so you're going to get to see more. Hopefully it all runs nice and smoothly for you. You were I bet you were wishing it was Monday right now. My God, I can't can't even talk. I definitely need another cup of coffee, that's what it is. So we've got 16 hours still on this drive, and I've been streaming for 44 minutes already. Well, that doesn't want to turn. Jesus. Ah, I see, you're going to relocate the whole lot as well. Yeah, the Ryzen 5 2600 is a good chip. E450 motherboard, 240mm cooler, yeah. Can't argue with that. What about GPU wise, what are you running again? Got a Ryzen 2700X. I'm probably going to be looking to sell that and looking to upgrade to the new CPUs when they come out. So they're only around the corner, so I'm going to have to look at getting that one pulled out and ready to sell. Only bought it back in February. Not changing it already. I don't see much point in overclocking graphics cards, because you'll only gain, what, maybe 5-8 frames, which isn't really going to make or break. As long as your temps are okay and the fan isn't noisy, then go for it, but otherwise I probably wouldn't bother. Yeah, the Facebook is there, but I don't use the Facebook so much anymore. Well, at all, to be honest. It's there just in case. It's more my Discord now, to be honest. There's, you know, got to remember it's still only a small channel, and you know, small active members, shall we say? So it's easier just to say, right, okay, we'll concentrate on one area. So, you know, yeah, do the streaming regardless, but for communication, it's probably easier just to do one thing like Discord rather than Facebook. I'm not a great fan of Facebook at the best of times. Oh, there are a few commands listed, but not many. There's no need, everything's in the description anyway. Can't believe how long this 24-hour job is taking. least we're catching this guy, but see if we can overtake him now. That's not good. At least he slowed down. Yes, handbrake here, sequential shifter, H pattern shifter, which is in auto for this game. So that's the Heusinkveld sequential and the Heusinkveld handbrake. It's lovely. This, I'm so glad I brought that handbrake. You know, you could have gone cheaper, could have gone more expensive, but I think that's probably the sweet spot for handbrakes. I mean, it is kind of expensive at 200 odd quid, but it's a cracking piece of kit. Now, careful. Hold on, I got a mark on the screen that's bugging the crap out of me. Where is it? There. Oop, that's better. Got rid of the mark. So 14 hours 22 still on this job. I didn't think, okay, this may take so long we may only end up doing the one job, blimey.
Get ready to turn right.
Wait, were we supposed to stop? Oh jeez, I didn't even see. Oh well. Oops. Lucky we're going to get a fairly large payout. I don't have to worry about it too much. Assuming we get the majority of the 122,000 and I don't keep on messing up. Oh, won't let me change camera. There we go. Well, because with American Truck Simulator I usually do VR, but because it's very warm at the moment, I've kind of scrapped VR until it cools down because it's just like way too warm for a headset. When I'm in VR though, I usually run auto because if I try using the H pattern in VR, it causes issues with Steam, and I just can't be bothered to swap it back to a H pattern or truck pattern, so I left it in auto for this one. It's set up fine for ETS. It's just ATS. I just left it so it's less configuration swapping every time I swap between screens or headset. And it's nice to do it differently, you know. It's nice to come here, do an auto, have a relaxing drive, and then go to ETS and have full manual shifter, you know. Yep, that's the one, still got it. You know, the only other shifter that's worth getting at the moment for me would be the Fanatec, but I just don't want to have a Fanatec shifter. I know that Heusinkveld are still developing their H-pattern shifter, which is going to be tiny. Hopefully that's still on the cards and will be released sometime this year. It would be nice. If I was going to buy a shifter, it's going to be probably that one. You know, I've got a separate sequential. I don't have to have a shifter that's, you know, sequential and H-pattern anymore. So at some point, I'd like to see myself getting that shifter when it comes out. I'm just waiting for them to finish the development and get it out. We'll see what it's like. Hopefully it gets a good review. If it does, then we'll snap it up. The SHH shifter, I still think it's one of the best value for money shifters out there. You know, you're looking about 90 quid for a sequential or H pattern, you know, up to 8-way. May not have the best feel on the market, but it's as good as I would say the Thrustmaster or even the Fanatec. It's going to be, it's not far off, I would say. I did see somewhere, I think they made a sequential box out of an original Alfa Romeo sequential gear shifter. Saw it on YouTube somewhere, and it was really close to buying one, but it's trying to find one in good nick. That's not good, is it? Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people selling Fanatec gear because they're upgrading to the DD wheels. Just keep an eye out on eBay. Either that or save and buy yours fresh and have the full warranty. You know, the Fanatec wheels, they're good, but they do have their own issues as well, so having a warranty may be a blessing. I don't know if you bought second hand whether they'll honour the warranty on the wheel if there is any left. Down to 11 hours 52 to go. Jeez. What do we got? 985 miles in the tank. 642 litres. Sorry, 623 litres. Don't know where I got 40 from. What's the point in doing that, though? I mean, you know, I understand that you don't like it, but what's the point in wasting money to upgrade to a T300 only to replace that later down the line? You might as well grin and bear it, keep what you've got, put all your money into getting the wheel you want, and buy the wheel you want. That's the one thing I would recommend you do when you're doing sim racing, or buying sim gear, sorry. Don't waste your money on the incremental upgrades, you know, jumped in one wheel to get to another one. Just save, go for the wheel, go for the stand, go for the item you actually want. That's something I learned very early on when I went for what I would say is a stopping rig, you know, a stepping stone to this. I had a choice of, oh crap, that doesn't really stop on a dime, does it? Had a choice of saving and going for a good rig. Oh, back end's gone. This is reversing. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Right, so it was, you know, saving, going for the rig I wanted, or buying a rig and then upgrading later on. You know, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I would recommend, you know what, just save your money. For as long as you're sure on that, but to me it just delaying the whole process, you know what I mean? Ever since I made that error with my rig and buying that cheap rig, I've always said, no, I'm just going to save for what I want and get what I want. And since then I have, and it's been great. Is there anywhere I can turn around down here? This thing is huge. That's alright, I think we can take this next left.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Go straight on. Keep left, then turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right.
Right, should be on the road we need to be on now.
Turn right.
Oh, back end just clears fine. Come on, shift it. trying. Come on. It is a noisy wheel. The gearing system on it, you know, belt drive would be better for having a quieter wheel. And that's the one thing I do remember from my G29, which is a similar setup, to be honest. Well, pretty much identical on the inside. You know, it's, I think they're called helical gears or something, the way they mesh together, and it's just the plastic on the inside makes a noise. So it's a shame, really. It would be nice if they developed that wheel further, even if they kept the wheel looking the same and just made it, you know, like a belt system or something, and just improve the motor and quieten down. It would be a lovely little wheel then. You can always keep it as a backup. I've always been tempted to pick one up as a backup wheel. Look out, being overtaken. plays with a keyboard. Oh my god. Tell him get an Xbox controller. Even I found the Xbox controller better than a keyboard. Keyboard sucks. Mind you, I do know people who do play with keyboard and play very well, so... But yeah, even then I still prefer the Xbox controller. Well, see, look, got my Xbox controller just in case. As long as he's using something like that, it's better than using keyboard for sure. Out in the middle of nowhere, that's for sure. He hates it, does he? Oh well. I actually preferred it. I thought it was better handling. Absolutely, you know, there is going to be a difference between a T300 and, you know, a G29, you know, and I would say if your budget is a T300, then go for a T300, but what I'm saying is, you know, if you're thinking of upgrading to a higher wheel later on anyway, why go for a stopgap when you can just save and go straight for the wheel you want? But as you say, if you think you can make the money back in it and come out breaking even, and just go off and buy the wheel you want afterwards, then go for it. Take care, enjoy. That's a little fast, that's a little fast, that's a little fast, Jesus. Could feel that one sliding about. Still got 7 hours 38. If I can sneak a little bit more off out of this. It's a 70 limit and we're cruising about 64, 65, so we'll give it a go. So is 43. We've got 6% damage. Let's have a look at that actually. Six to the truck, 3 to the trailer, 0 to the goods, so we should be okay. Oh, we got up to 74, so now we're cruising. Whoa, hold on.
Turn right.
Should have followed that track. Oy. Whoa. Down to 5 hours 55. We're getting it slowly, that's for sure. 214 litres in the tank. Can't be that far off. Let's have a look. That's 334 miles. And we're 323. This is going to be close. May need to top up a little bit before we get there. Assuming there's a top-off fuel station somewhere. I knew there was a button to change the map over there. It's starting to get late again, so I'm going to have to look at maybe taking a rest. Getting there. You are running out of fuel. 265. Here we are, we're using quite a bit. Definitely need to find a fuel stop. I honestly thought we'd have enough to go straight in. rest stop, fuel stop. Unless of course we can get some economy going. Excuse me. So 233257. Eek, it's not looking good. Okay, that might be a little fast.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, there was a rest stop there and I drove straight past it.
Turn left.
188 litres. We're running out. Most important is fuel for now. Even if we have to pack this up at night time, I don't care. And we need 224. That's not good. We're chewing through the fuel. Looks like there's a fuel stop coming up, so we'll be taking that. Hopefully there's a rest stop there as well, and we can take them both. Fill her up. I don't know, this might not be a good idea. Because I really don't know how I'm going to get out of there. not good. No! Stupid game. Can't believe it crashed, and I don't know why. That was weird. No idea, it just decided to crash on me. That was weird. Hopefully it loads back in at the fuel station. Well, if it was mod compatibility, I'd expect it to crash ages ago if the stream's been going for like an hour 32. I think it was just one of those crashes, to be honest. Hey Accuracy, how you doing? Has indeed. What have you been up to? Anything good? At least all the telemetry data's come back in. It was missing that. It loaded with the telemetry data and then that vanished, so maybe it was a telemetry issue. What shifter? I've got a SHH shifter with a man truck shifter on top. Accuracy's been busy then. How are you getting on with the Rift S? Are you enjoying it? Where can you get one of what? Sorry, Jake. Is it the SHH you're after or the man shifter you're after? The man shifter was off eBay, and I think there's somebody in the UK selling them now. And the SHH shifter was from their website. It was nice in Flight Sims. I tried it out in X-Plane when I had mine, and it did look really good. Why did I get rid of mine? I was getting issues with white flashing on the screen and the headset just dropping. Wasn't enjoying it at all in that respect. There was, and I was swapping back and forth between machines, which is what I wanted to be able to do. Okay, that's twice in a row now. That's really weird. Play for an hour and 50 minutes, no problem, and all of a sudden now it just wants to ditch all the time. That's weird. Let's get rid of... Yeah, for me it's like, you know, if this was like the first headset they ever released, I would be like, you know, okay, I can let it slide a bit, they'll be working on it. This is the second headset though. They were launching this, they knew what was happening, and they've launched a product, in my eyes, which isn't finished. And I'm not prepared to sit there and take the risk and wait for firmware updates to fix this and fix that. You know, it's bad enough that developers release a game that's like half done. But when you release a hardware, and the hardware's not complete, or the software for the hardware's not complete, sorry, that's a big no-no in my book. I wonder if it's a save issue. Right, I've turned TruckBooks off just in case it's a TruckBooks thing. Is that just updated? That's the only thing I've updated since. I don't know, I was thinking of a Valve Index, but after seeing the initial release reviews on YouTube and people's opinions, it's like, nah, I'm not really sure that's what I want. There's always the HP reverb, which, again, I think that's the problem, every headset has its own issues. And it's, at the moment, you've got to find out which one ticks the most boxes for you. Yes, it is more than likely going to be a mod conflict, but I can only do one thing at a time, so TruckBooks is the easiest one to take off. That was a recent update, because nothing's changed since the last time I streamed this game. So I'll take TruckBooks off for now and see if that's causing an issue. Yeah, it's, you know, accuracy, you probably are right. You know, if they can sort it out, iron out those little problems, which they probably will over time, you know, even I would be tempted to pick one up again. I just wasn't willing to put up with a headset that has those issues, you know? You know, people who've got the Index, they're saying, yes, okay, it's got less screen door effect yet again, but there's a ghosting or, what's the God rays is still there, if not worse than the headsets, and it's like, nah, you know, God rays should be a thing of the past these days. And that is one of the things that bugged me quite a lot on the old Vive. You know, I modded my Vive to get rid of the God rays. So to go to a new headset just to have them back, if not just as bad or worse, is like, no thanks. So I'm kind of skeptical now about going for any headset at the moment. Maybe wait and see what Samsung do with their next headset. I might be holding on to my Vive longer than I thought. Yeah, that's just it. I mean, I'm lucky in a way, you know, I could just buy the Index, 460 odd quid. Job done. I've got the lighthouses. I don't really need the knuckles because I'll probably use it for sim only, you know, for sim driving or sim flying. So yeah, it's a bit up in the air, but I want to move away from lighthouses. As good as lighthouses are, I just want something I can plug and play and I can change from PC to PC. This is going to be a struggle. Yeah, it is annoying that they swapped over to DisplayPort. Because it's like, I've got a free HDMI socket. It would be great. Just keep on with the HDMI job done, but no, DisplayPort seems to be the way forward at the moment. I think until HDMI moves up another level, we are going to be stuck with it that way. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for that. That cityscape looks really good. There's even a blimp over there.
Keep left, then turn left.
We may get to see it now when we turn.
Turn left.
Gone again. Alright then, I'll have to have a look. That's really weird. We'll have a look at mods now, see if anything's changed in the old mods. There's nothing... There's nothing running in the background that I can see that shouldn't be. Temperatures are all good, so it's not PC. The GoPro 6 keeps disconnecting when I try to use the stream. What do you mean by disconnecting? You use it through, I can't remember what you call it now. You use it through a cam link? Well, there's nothing there. That probably could go. That's an old one. Don't really need it. If that's the case, then make sure it's on its own USB port and make sure it's a USB 3. I found that if you put it through anything like any sort of hub, it's just gonna have problems. Because even with mine, when I first boot and I first try to stream, I've got to unplug the USB, plug the USB back in, and that resets the camera. No, resets the image on the cam link. That allows me then to stream properly. And 9 times out of 10 it'll behave. There are the odd occasion where I'm streaming and the stream will go blank or freeze, and all I need to do then is just go into the OBS and swap from the camera to something else and back again, and it starts working again. It's fully up to date, so shouldn't it be running on DirectX 11 automatically? Right, we've taken one thing off that's quite old, even though it's not flagged up as having a problem. I don't run many mods on this game anyway, so... Well, I've gone for just the basic. I didn't choose the DirectX 11 one. if multiplayer is working again, it'll probably be Tuesday. It's gone again. My God, this is getting worse, not better. Is there anything running in the background that I can see? Apart from that, no. Oh, I hate it when this starts happening. Like this, the bit I don't understand is I've just done like an hour and 20 minutes worth of playing with no issues. If it was a mod, the mod would usually start having this issue like this now from the beginning. DirectX 11 just brings some extra rendering, so it makes it a little bit better when it comes to rendering. Right. That's not going to make a little... Take that off just in case. Not the end of the world. Get rid of that one for now. Skins, not that that should be an issue. We'll be turning everything off now. Right then. Should we try this again? Well, got a bit further this time. Let's put a timer on and see how long it lasts. It's like 2 hours away from finishing. It's like, come on.
Go straight on.
Gonna run a light. You know, driving through this like city area was very good. Shark-free aquarium. Where's the fun in that?
Right.
Well, I did have a thing that changed the billboards to realistic ones, but whether that was causing an issue because it was trying to load in one that wasn't working. Possibility, and there are billboards dotted around here. Probably explain if I was going to buy a brand new. If you've got no flight simulator at all, then explain 11.
Go straight on. Keep left, then turn left. Turn left.
Well, it's different with the Warthog, isn't it? Because the Warthog, you don't have the twist function. So your rudder would be pedals. That's the only drawback with the Warthog, which is why I didn't go for it. Because I thought, well, you know, if I want to be able to use the rudder or whichever the part of the arc, I can never remember what you call it, then obviously you're going to need the pedals to go with it. So whatever you go for, sim-wise, you're going to need to either set something up. I don't know if you could set your existing pedals up to do the same kind of thing. I guess it's a possibility, but I'm lucky with my X55 that I've got. Obviously, it's got the twist feature. Oops. So if I move, drop my. That'll be my fan on the floor because I forgot about that. So obviously I can twist. So you can obviously bank and twist the stick itself. I dropped my fan. No. See if we can do this before the corner. Hoist away. That is truly stuck. We're going to have to pull over. Oh God. I've tangled it. I forgot that was balanced. Oops. Because it's damn hot. That'll do. It's actually in a better location, I think. Right, let's crack on, shall we, and finish this up. I've never actually tried setting my, accelerator or brake as like a rudder type thing. Well, that's be the same for any flight sim that you go for, because with planes, you're gonna have your left, right, up, down, and then, so you're gonna need to have that function, and that's just the one thing that the Warthog doesn't offer. But there's nothing stopping you trying to assign your pedals, your accelerator or brake or clutch to do the same kind of thing. It may not feel brilliant, but well, you could certainly try it. If it let you do it in DCS, I'm sure it'll let you do it in an X-Plane. One hour, 31 minutes to go. Blimey, this is taking some time. As far as I'm aware, X-Plane picks up everything that I've got plugged in anyway. You just click it and assign it. Well, try them out in DCS first, and if it works there, then it would bode well then for whatever flight sim you decide to go for. As nice as the Warthog is, I think they missed a trick by not having the twist function. You know, yes, okay, it means you can buy pedals instead, and to them that's another way of getting money from you, but that's why I went for the X55. You know, there's an X56 out now, and I know that if this did ever go, I probably would buy another one. It's been fine. You know, people have complained about the quality of the stick, but mine's been good to me, so I can't argue. Where are we now? 50 minutes to go. Really? Oh, the Warthog's a really nice stick though. Just that if you're gonna use a Warthog, you should really consider getting pedals, you know? But then again, if you want a quality flight stick, what's the company name? VPL or something? I can't remember what they're called. It's like a small company, but they make some really good stuff. It's like, wow. I'm sure I've got a bookmark somewhere. Or it's probably more expensive yet again. I can't remember pricing, to be honest. Well, when you think about it, you spent quite a bit on the Warthog, so... No, Warthogs aren't cheap. You know, unless you're heavily into flight sims, I probably wouldn't recommend a Warthog. I mean, when I bought my X55, I was playing Elite Dangerous day in, day out, so for me it was worth it. You know, I bought myself a cheap Thrustmaster flight stick. Survived that for about 6 months. Oh, that was close. But then it was like, you know, I was using shift keys and God knows what to try and get the number of buttons I needed, so push came to shove and I said, nope, I'm getting a new stick and I want one that's got a shed load of buttons on it. And the X55 ticked the box, did everything I need, meant I didn't need to get pedals, and off I went. Yeah, some of the cheap pedals are really cheap though, so do your homework. You know, you don't spend that money on a Warthog just to have really crappy pedals. But think about then, if you have pedals, are you going to be able to put them under the rig with your existing pedals, or do you have to take your pedals off to put them in? Do you have the room? That's the worry. Because if you put them down there, where are they going to go and how are your legs going to hit those pedals? You know, if you've got to take your sim pedals off just to get the flight pedals in, that'd be like, ugh, no thanks. In my eyes, I'm kind of glad I went the X55 because I don't have to worry about the pedals.
Keep right, and then exit right.
You may be better off just changing to an X56 instead. Be an X56 you're looking at now. It's made by Logitech, or it's under the Logitech naming now, because Simtech were bought by Logitech. Last time I looked, you're probably looking close to £200. Yeah, I was lucky when I bought mine. Bought mine on a sale for 119, so I grabbed it when I could. I was like, I'm having that. But they haven't been down to that price since they were taken over by Logitech, to be honest.
Arrive at your destination.
Nope, not kidding at all. Well, there we are. You can take it back and make your money back. Job done. Finally. Time taken 49 hours. Ho-ho! At least we got a bit of cash out of that. And they got some small little jobs. Right, guys, I am going to leave it there because I didn't expect that one to take me 2 hours just to do one job. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave it there. If you want to catch up and watch the next stream, and hit the old bell notification button, and we'll see you in the next one. So take care and bye for now.